I gave a presentation at UKNOF30 back in April about Kea, our new open source DHCP server. Just speaking today to bring you up to date with what's happened since then. In August last year, we released Kea 0.9. It's a fully functional DHCP server with v4, v6 servers and DDNS support. We also have IPv6 prefix delegation. There is a choice of backends. There's a choice of backends. You can either store the lease data in a relational database, either MySQL or PostgreSQL, or in a lease file. A lease file is similar to what the current offering DHCP does today. It's essentially a journal file and just records the acquisition and releases of leases. Unlike DHCP, Kea allows you to reconfigure without a restart, it allows you to reconfigure without a restart, which is an improvement for current customers who find the business of restarting Kea and then the rereading of lease file takes an awful lot of time and interrupts their operations. Finally, Kea has an applications API. There is a defined way of extending Kea with your own processing. So what are we doing now? We've broken the work between 0.9 and 1.0 into some bite-sized chunks. The current work is focused on host reservation and MAC address support. Host reservation allows you to reserve particular addresses for particular hosts, and the MAC address support makes good the deficiency in DHCP v6, which relies on DHCP unique identifiers rather than a characteristic of the host itself. We've also added a utility to help you manage the lease database, Kea Admin, and we've made some various bug fixes and improvements, 65 and counting at the last time I checked. The beta release is due mid-February. Now, although we're not yet at 1.0, we are aware of people who are using Kea in production systems. So, yeah, Kea 0.9 in a production system, and we have tweaked the 0.9.1 work to support another customer who's planning on deploying it later this year. In the future, in June we expect to release 0.9.2, where we're improving the logging and basic statistics to allow easier diagnosis of DHCP problems. And finally, 1.0 will add support for the decline packet and do lease expiration processing. At the moment, Kea reuses leases when they expire, but it doesn't clean up after them. This particular feature, it will clean up the information, remove it from the database, and it will provide a hook where you can add your own lease expiration processing. I just want to make a point about contributions. We've had patches from seven external contributors so far, and one of them being the PostgreSQL backend I mentioned earlier. To make contributions easier, we now mirror the Kea repository on GitHub. So if you want to contribute to Kea, join the Kea development list, talk about your proposed contribution, then you can make the contribution via GitHub, submit a pull request, we'll look at it, and if we approve it, we'll include it in the main Kea source. Finally, why move to Kea? Well, you can read as well as I can. One thing I would say is that we do, since we're still in development, we do have a rapid pace of development and a rapid response. Our record so far between a query being posed and the query being answered is under an hour. So more information can be found on kea.isc.org. Thank you. Questions? One at the back.
Do you plan on developing a vendor for DHCP
Sorry?
DHCP v6 failover.
When the thing finally reaches an agreed specification, we will. Our lead developer, Tomek Muragolski, is the co-chair of the IETF DHC working group, and he's one of the people working on DHCP failover. Okay.
Thank you, Stephen.